Hello and welcome to Sudoku Pro. This is a 5-star puzzle from today's Hindu. Let's get started.
Hello everyone. Let me start with column 1 today. In column 1 there are 4 empty cells. There is 4 and 5 which blocks these two cells. So in column 1 4 and 5 has to be in these two cells. There is 5 blocking from here. So G1 takes 4 and H1 takes 5. Now the missing numbers are 1 and 6. So let's mark these two cells with 1, 6 pair. Now in this block there are only 3 empty cells and the missing numbers are 3, 8 and 9. You have 8 and 9 blocking this cell here. So F2 takes 3. There is a 8 blocking here. So D3 takes 9 and E2 takes 8. This 7 here blocks these two cells. There is a 7 here in D row which blocks this cell here. So in column 9, E9 is the only cell where 7 can be. Now you have a 2, 7 pair. You have a 2, 7 pair in D row blocking these two cells. There is a 2, 7 pair here in E row which blocks these two cells. That means 2, 7 pair goes here in these two cells, that is F4 and F5. Now there is only one empty cell here in F row which will naturally take the matching pair 1, 6. This 1 blocks these two cells. So D6 takes 1. Now in this block there are only 2 empty cells and the missing numbers are 3 and 6. So let's mark it with 3, 6 pair. Let's try to fill column 4. There is 4 and 5 which blocks these two cells. So 4 and 5 has to be in these 3 cells, but you have in 0 4 and 5 blocking here. So 4 and 5 goes here in these 2 cells. There is 4 blocking from here. So I4 takes 5 and H4 takes 4. There is 1 and 6 in column 6 which blocks these 3 cells. There is again 1 and 6 here in column 5 which blocks this cell. So 1 and 6 has to be in these two cells, that is A4 and C4. So let's mark it with 1, 6 pair. Now in column 4 there is only one empty cell and it will naturally take the matching pair 2, 7. There is a 9 here in B row and a 9 in C row which blocks these two rows. So A6 takes 9. This 3 here blocks these two cells. So 3 has to be in one of these two cells, but you have a 3 blocking here. So I6 takes 3. There is a 4 here in E row and a 4 here in column 9 which blocks these two cells. So 4 goes here in D8. So this 4 blocks these 3 cells and there is a 4 here in column 9 which blocks these two cells. So A7 takes 4. Here there is a 7 blocking these two cells. So 7 goes here in C6. And now in this block there are only 2 empty cells and the missing numbers are 2 and 8. So let me fill this with 2, 8 pair. There is a 5 and 8 in A row blocking these two cells. There is a 5, 8 pair in column 2 which blocks these 3 cells. That means 5, 8 pair goes in these 2 cells. You know there is 8 blocking from here. So B3 takes 5 and C3 takes 8. There is a 3-5 pair here in B row and a 3-5 pair here in A row, which blocks these two rows. So 3-5 goes here in these two cells. There is a 5 blocking from here. So C9 takes 3 and C8 takes 5. Now in column 1 there are only 2 empty cells and the missing numbers are 1 and 6. There is a 1 blocking from here. So D9 takes 6 and B9 takes 1. Now in third block there are only 2 empty cells and the missing numbers are 2 and 6. There's 2 blocks here. So B8 takes 6 and A8 takes 2. Now this 6 cancels out the 6 here. So F7 becomes 1 and F1 takes 6 and E1 takes 1. Now in this block, that is 6th block, the only missing number is 3. This 3 cancels out the 3 here. So E5 takes 6 and D5 takes 3. Now in column 7 there are only 3 empty cells and the missing numbers are 3, 6 and 8. There is 3 and 8 here in I row. So I7 takes 6. There is a 3 blocking here from G row. So G7 takes 8 and H7 takes 3. In column 3 there are 2 empty cells and the missing numbers are 6 and 7. Now there we have a 6 here. So I3 takes 7 and A3 takes 6. This 6 cancels out the 6 here. So A4 takes 1 and C4 takes 6. Similarly, here in this block, that is 8th block, there are 3 empty cells and the missing numbers are 2, 7 and 8. This 8 blocks these 2 cells. So 8 goes here in H5. Now 2, 7 goes in these 2 cells. There is a 7 blocking from here. So G6 takes 2 and G4 takes 7. F4 takes 2 and F5 takes 7. In column 8, there are 3 empty cells and the missing numbers are 1, 7 and 9. There is 1 and 7 blocking from here. So G8 takes 9. Now the missing numbers are 1 and 7. There is 1 blocking from here. So H8 takes 7 and I8 takes 1. Here in column 2, in this block, that is in 7th block, the missing numbers are 2, 6 and 9. There is 2 and 6 blocking from here in H row. So H2 takes 9. Now the missing numbers are 2 and 6. There is 2 blocking from here. So G2 takes 6 and I2 takes 2. This 2 here cancels out the 2 here in B6. So B6 now takes 8 and B5 takes 2. Now here in C row, the only missing number is 1. In B row, the only missing number is 4. And finally, the only missing number here in A row is 7. And the puzzle is solved. Thank you. Have a nice day.